Hello everybody. What I'm going to do right now is try to show you how I make broth from leftover bones. Like right now I'm going to be using, it was just a turkey breast. I don't know, can you see in there? It was just a turkey breast, so not very many bones, but some of the vegetables that were cooked with it are in here too, and little bits of meat. I probably only make won't even make a half a dozen pints out of this, but it'll make some. Now, I'm going to put in a whole entire onion. I'm going to wash it and trim this root off first, and then cut it up in big chunks and get it simmered. Okay, it's washed, because onion is a root crop, and while it doesn't harbor anything, any of the dirt inside between the layers of the onion, because when an onion grows, the outside parts get bigger, the inside part is what grows and keeps pushing out. So I'm just going to whack it up. I'm going to leave the skin on and everything, because everything I cook tonight is going to be it's going to be strained out really well. It'll just be broth. I won't be canning it tonight, because what I'll do is wait for it to cool in the refrigerator overnight, and then tomorrow, oh that's tough, tomorrow I will get it out, skim off any fat, and then can the actual broth part. So, alright, that's good enough. All the skins, that gives it color. So I'm putting it over here in the pot. Let me turn you around there. If I can get you turned. Right there. I know that's noisy when it turns. Alright. Now I'm going to put water in it. I've got a big bowl over here. So I'll put some water in it, and I'll bring you back as soon as I'll start seasoning it. Okay, I guess you can tell it's full of water. I'm just using whatever spices I'm finding on hand here at my mother's. So this is some bay leaves. I really like rosemary, and this is ground up, which kind of surprised me, but it says bay leaves. It kind of smells like parsley, but it might be parsley. I don't really care. This is garlic powder. Right here, some fixed up. Put a little garlic powder in there. Another teaspoon. That'll be enough. Put some salt in it. I was looking for some vinegar, because I would like to put a little vinegar in the boiling water, in the broth water here, just to bring the nutrition out of the bones and fat that's in there, but couldn't find any vinegar, so I'll do without it. This is thyme. You see that? Thyme. It's not very well lit in here. The light over the stove doesn't work. So I'm going to put a little thyme in there. Wish I had some rosemary, but I don't. But anyway, I'll get this boiling. Stir it up a little, break those bones and little tidbits up a little. Anyway, I'm going to get it boiling. I'll put a top on it, and I'll let it simmer a couple hours probably. It's not like some kinds of bone broth like beef or pork or deer where you want to roast the bones first, and you can, but with those kind of the red meats like that, you would probably roast the bones first, then make your broth, and you could let it cook on low in a crock pot or a roaster for 24 to 48 hours to get the most benefit. However, I find that with poultry, it's best just to do it for an hour or two, and that's it. You really don't get much more out of it after that. This looks like a lot. This is, I don't even know what kind of size. I think this is like about an 8 or 10 quart pot. But by the time it cooks down a little and I take all the stuff out of it, it's just going to be, I might get 9 pints out of it. I hope I get more, but I don't know. I'm staying up here at Mom's, helping my sister with Mom. I'm hoping that she gets better soon. Y'all please keep her in your prayers if you will. You pray. And I brought my pressure canner up here. I brought some pumpkin up here, which I've got in the freezer right now. And I'll show you in a few days how I can pumpkin. But right now, since this was fresh and ready to go, I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and take care of that. Black pepper. I'm finding all kinds of goodies over here. A little pepper in there. Not a whole lot. I'll tell you, when you're canning and if you use black pepper in something you're canning, it gets screaming hot after it's canned. So I don't use just a whole lot in it. Anyway, later on I'll bring you back, show you what this looks like after it's all cooked and everything. And then I will also bring you back when I get it strained, or when I'm straining it. And then it'll probably be tomorrow when I bring you back and show you the actual canning process. So when you're seeing these, it's going to be a few hours apart and even a day apart. Okay, it's pretty much the middle of the night, but my turkey broth has boiled probably 3 hours, and I'm going to get as much of the stuff out as I can. I'm not keeping any of the vegetables because all the flavor from the vegetables has been boiled out already. And I did find some bay leaves to throw in here, so I was happy about that. They were in the freezer. Anyway, so I'm going to dip as much of this out as I can and then pour it through this. It's really a spaghetti strainer. It goes with another pan. But anyway, pour it through that. This bowl that I've got this sitting in may not be big enough, but it's pretty much the biggest bowl here. Anyway, I wanted to dip out all that I can first, and then pour it. See if I can get this. Yeah, the handles stay cool on these little steel stock pots pretty good. Can you see anything I'm doing? Maybe right there would be better. Anyway, a couple of things out of the way. I'm going to pick this up and pour it. Pick this up, pour it into this pan, and then lift it out. Lift out the solids. Oh, that's heavy. Oh, there it is in front of you. Oh, that bowl's really full. I think I can get the rest of what's in here. Yeah. Because then, when I lift out this other pan, yeah, that's all I want out of there. I'll lift this out, and that'll take care of the, oops, too high. Take care of things in there, and it won't be so full. The bowl won't be so full. I'm going to let the bowl sit out for a little while so it doesn't steam up the refrigerator. Let it cool down just enough. Put it in the refrigerator, put a cover on it, and refrigerate it overnight. And then tomorrow I'll skim off any fat. Normally I keep all the fat, and I might still do it, just put it in a little jar and put it in the freezer here, but I keep all the fat off of any kind of, especially poultry, because poultry fat is really good think I've posted before about making schmaltz, which is a chicken fat that's been rendered. There. Hello again. Anyway, and it's really good for sauteing and using in gravy and biscuits and tamales. It's really good in tamales. Let me scoot you over just a little bit. Let you can see this big bowl of broth. That's at least a gallon, probably a gallon and a half. And like I said, when it cools, I'm going to put it over there in the refrigerator. And then I'll bring you back tomorrow afternoon when I skim the fat and start getting the jars and everything ready for canning. Okay, it's the next day of this project. There's not very much fat on here, not like there is sometimes. You can see very little. I've got this little bowl here. It had some butter in it before, but anyway, I'm just going to skim this off. If I can. There's not much to skim off on this, and I'm kind of glad and kind of sad because I kind of like that fat that comes on the top of poultry broth. Anyway, I'll skim it off and probably just get rid of this because there's not enough to fool with. And I've got half a quart or more of good chicken schmaltz at home in my freezer, refrigerator thing, whatever. So it is a freezer. It's a chest freezer, but we only run it a couple hours a day, so it's just for refrigeration. Anyway, see, there's not hardly any in here. My sister asked if I wanted to use her gravy separator, but I did not, because there's a lot of broth in here and there's really not much fat. And it means if I use that, it would be 8 or 10 times of using that separator and pouring it into another bowl. So I just want to use this bowl. If it was just, you know, a little bit and I was going to use it right away, I'd probably use the separator. But it's not. It's pretty much all I can really get off of there. Alright, good deal. So, see, this bowl holds about, 2 cups maybe, and there's maybe less than a cup of fat in there. So, anyway, I'll take care of that. I'll get it, take it out, throw it off over the fence into the woods and let the possums have it. And the rest of this is thick broth. Now it didn't get gelatinous because there wasn't enough bones and skin in there to do that. So it's not gelatinous like I have done. I have made it before where this looked like applesauce in here. It was so thick. But this will still be very tasty later on. Okay, now next time you see this, I'll be putting it in jars, canning it up just like always, and I'll give you the instructions, the canning instructions down in the show more box down there with my finger down there. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to finish this job up now. I've got my broth in here. You probably can't see that because there's no light over the stove, but it's in there, and the pot is about 2/3 full. About 2/3 full up to there. I've got some jars in here. I've got the stove on under this canner up there to heat the jars up. And right over here, I've got 4 more jars sitting in hot water along with some lids. And I'll move this dish drainer out of the way and get everything set up for canning broth. Now, the actual broth canning, I'll refer you to, I've got another video for canning chicken broth. So what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and link to that, and you can watch the final process. But pint jars, I'll look it up. I think it's only a 20-minute processing for pint jars, but you need to get your jars hot and your broth hot. Set up a place here. I'll put a little dish here to set my jars in, and I'll get my a clean paper towel and all that to wipe the rims with, and then you can follow the rest of it with my chicken broth can. Thanks for watching. Okay, just thought I'd update this video just a little bit here at the end. I wound up, I did get 12 pints out of that. I guess I added more water than I probably should have, but you know what? The broth looks really good. Looks rich and thick, so I think it's going to be just fine. I'll take pictures after it's out and show you what it looks like. Okay, here we go. This is the broth. That white stuff that you see on the jars, I'm not going to touch it because it's hot. That's minerals from the water. I couldn't find any vinegar to put in my canner to help eliminate that. Anyway, there's 10 of them. And there's one more over here, 2 more over here. So all I got to do now is seal, and I've been hearing them popping. Thank you.